hi. So you're here probably from my media project, which I did on my literary analysis, which was the story of A Haunted House. And so today I'm going to be covering the symbolism implemented in it, as well as the figurative language and metaphors. Come on. So, A Haunted House is about two ghosts living in a house with people who are living that are looking for something that they've lost. A Haunted House was written by the legend icon herself, Virginia Woolf, who was a little cuckoo. For my literary analysis, I decided to look on it as my perspective and analysis on it, and so I thought the two ghosts represent the couple and how they lost their love for one another. Okay, go. The haunted house to me symbolizes the love that the two people that live in the house lost, because it's described as very lonely, left off, and the haunted house itself, the story is very sad in a dark tone, but also hopeful towards the end. The house itself symbolizes what once was lively and warm and something that they built together and lived in. And now that it's haunted, it's because of how the love has ended, or has ended repeatedly, but not fully. Some symbols include the garden that they search for. In the story, Wolf writes, the garden still as ever, only the book has slipped into the grass. This shows how calm the garden is while everything else is, chaotic, and the garden is really that one place where they go to find hope, essentially, in their relationship, marriage, or whatever it is that they once were. And the ghosts in the story symbolize they love each other, yet they can't really see or feel it, but they know it's there. They know that love is still there. They just don't know how to get it back, essentially, because it's been dead for so long, but they're trying to revive it. So the figurative language in A Haunted House gives me the thought that their love falling apart could have been because of a miscarriage, because in the story, Wolf writes, "Death was the glass, death was between us, coming to the woman first, hundreds of years ago, leaving the house, sealing all the windows, the rooms were darkened." This provides descriptive, figurative language, metaphorical language, whichever, between both the woman and man finding out that they've lost a child, and this created like a huge gap in their marriage. And it was just a dark time, and so they just drifted apart from each other because it's a difficult time, a difficult thing to go through. And in the story, the haunted house, continued to have a pulse, and it kept not having a pulse and having a pulse again. So I take this as their love for each other coming back, but then leaving, and this, like, it's just very fluctuant. Another thing in a haunted house is the house, as it is symbolic, it also is a form of irony, because with the house being haunted, it makes it seem like it's something scary and provokes fear out of someone, but really it's just something sad and lonely and not in use anymore. And another use of irony is from the story, paragraph 8, I think. His hands shield the lantern. Look, he breathes, sound asleep, love upon their lips. The shielding of the lantern, in order to see, is irony, because if it's dark and you have a lantern, you can't really see anything in the dark. So I saw that as a form of irony. And at the end, they found each other where they left off, which was in the garden in the beginning of the story. And it just really shows how
um, you have to be lost in order to be found, which is the whole overall theme of my literary analysis on a haunted house. Is being found means being lost, and I think it's an important message because, I mean, it's true. You have to be lost in order to be found, just like you have to lose things in order to find them. And it's almost more rewarding once you find them because you've been searching for it for so long, and you never think it'll be found, but when it finally is, you're just more thrilled, more happy, and you feel brand new almost. And yeah, so that's my literary analysis.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling.